Hey folks, Jiminy Critic here with you today to talk about an action-adventure flick that's coming out right now called The Losers. That's right, the title of this movie is The Losers, and let me explain a little bit about this to you. It's brought to you by Warner Brothers. It's rated PG-13, and I will say that this is definitely a hard PG-13. I'm not sure why it didn't get rated R after some of the action stuff I've seen in the language, but it is PG-13, very strong. 98 minutes long, and this movie stars, let me give you some of the folks that are in this one. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you might remember him being in The Watchmen. Zoe Saldana, she's been in a lot of movies, Avatar recently, Death at a Funeral, other movies. She's quite the actress coming up right now. Chris Evans, I think he's starting to perfect the smart alecky bad boy kind of group actor that's in this movie. Idris Elba, a great actor coming up here, and Jason Patric, haven't seen him in a flick for a while. He plays the ultimate bad guy, I guess you'd say, in this particular movie, The Losers, and it's kind of an interesting performance from Jason Patric. He's just wacky. If you see this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. He says and does some of the strangest things you've seen on film. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about The Losers. Not going to give all the spoilers to you, but I want to give you the breakdown of this movie. There's a group of folks who were CIA black operatives. Of course, they did these undercover things for the government for years. The basic premise of this story is they're set up to do a job, and what happens is through government intervention, no fault of their own, some things go bad. You need to see the movie to see what's what. And they're just kind of left hanging like they did some terrible things. They're on the run for their lives. They're being hunted down. The group is kind of disbanded and goes on for a little while. Well, after a bit, they decide that they're tired of running for their lives from the government and want to find out who in the world set them up and betrayed them and got them into this mess in the first place where they don't have any lives anymore and they want to get their lives back. So it's sort of a clique, group, gang, revenge flick at this particular point of the movie. They get back together, discuss how they're going to do this, how they're going to sneak into places, how they're going to, use their skills as black ops to get the job done. And basically this movie, The Losers, from this point on becomes just a cookie-cutter action film. There's lots of explosions, tons and tons of gunfire and knife fights and fist fights and guys blowing each other up, and there's unrelenting action in this movie. The plot, so to speak, just kind of goes through its rhythm. Group starts off together, has a bad situation happen, they disband and run away, they start to communicate with each other again, get back together and seek revenge on those who did them wrong. So if you like that kind of flick, I'm going to say it was okay to watch. It was fun to watch in parts. It's not going to win any Oscars, but if you like the kind of flick where there's lots of action, lots of quick cuts, lots of gunplay, lots of explosions, and a little bit of an attitude with the movie, you might just enjoy The Losers. We'll talk to you next time.